Right, hello and welcome back. This is another game I'll be playing through, and as I will be doing, I've done one game already, this is the second, and I'll keep doing this on this channel, keep playing games through, and then later on in separate videos we'll watch and analyse certain key stages of some of the games. So let's start on this game. We'll just roll once for white. White rolls a 1 and black rolls a 1 as well, so we'll try again. White rolls a 1 again. What are the chances of that happening? On 3 rolls of the dice in a row. Well, there you go. Oh, there must be a conspiracy. Did they design these 2 dice properly or not? I'm beginning to wonder now. Let's try again. Oh dear. A number other than 1. Amazing. And black rolls a 4, so white plays a 5 and a 4. And as discussed in a video I did on openings, I feel the best move for the opening would be for white to move 5 here in order to build up some ammunition here for the future priming of these key squares. And so that's 5 there, and we'll play the 4 here to move one of the back checkers along. So now it's black's turn to roll. So black will now roll a 3 and a 2. Best move for black for 3 and a 2 would be to move 5 there, again to build ammunition for future priming. 5 and a 4 was a better roll for white because white could have played 1 checker here plus move 1 there, whereas 3 and a 2, all black could do is just move 1 checker there to build ammunition, and 2 checkers are still left behind here. So really, right now, white is ahead because of a better roll of the dice by 1 movement of 1 checker, effectively. So, let's see what... Okay, 4 and 2 for white. Standard play for 4 and 2 would be to prime off here. And if white now rolls, say, 3 and a 1 or a 6 and 1 next, well, white has 1 more checker here as ammunition to be able to do that. So 4 and a 2 was a very good roll for white in this particular case. And, oh, black rolls a 3 and a 1. See, now, it's not, well, the purpose of moving 3 and a 1 there for black is to really anchor off this square here. The hit doesn't really matter that much because the hit happened in black's own quarter and white just has to get back there. So really, white has not come to much of a disadvantage because of the hit, but black has actually managed to prime off. Again, a good roll for black because he's still got 1 spare checker here to prime off a 6 and a 1 or a 4 and a 2. Yeah, so black is suddenly the advantage is turned in favor of black. The first 2 rolls, the first roll for white and first roll for black became advantageous for white, but all of a sudden, with 1 particular good roll for black, the advantage has swung back slightly towards black, because the hit, although the hit happened in black's quarter, it does still put white behind by 1 roll of 1 dice because he's got to get back in. So let's see what happens here. Oh dear, see what a disaster roll for white. Double 6 would be an excellent move in most circumstances, but total disaster for white. White loses a roll. Can't get back in, so loses 1 roll. So, black rolls a 3 and a 1, not that good, not very good. I mean, because 3 and a 1, he's already primed off there. So what can he do with the 3 and a 1? Well, 3 and a 1 equals 4. He can't really go there because that could be a hitting opportunity for white. doesn't really want to give him a hitting opportunity there. So really, we can go 1 and then 1, 2, 3. At least black has now advanced one back checker here and could possibly advance the next one on the next roll. So let's see what white rolls here, and white rolls a 6 and a 3. This is interesting. White rolls a 6 and a 3. Well, for the 3 he has to get back in there, and the 6 I would be inclined to, well, really, white's really got two choices to move that checker along 6 there, or that checker along 6 here. I'll do that, because if white gets a lucky roll next and rolls a 4, he can anchor off here, which is an excellent square to anchor off. So we'll just play that for now. 5 and 2 for black. Now, a 4 would have been a good roll here, but didn't get it. 5 and 2, well, yeah, see, he could go 5 here and build some kind of, build some extra checkers here, but really, I mean, these 2 checkers are advanced anyway. I'm not sure if an extra checker there would be handy at the moment. What we can do, yeah, if we go 1, 2, 5 and a 2 is not a terribly good roll. He could then go 5 here and build up some checkers there, but yeah, it's really much of a muchness. I mean, this is one of those rolls where, you know, you just can't, it really depends on the next roll of the dice. I mean, what's going to be a good move? Is it going to be to get these 2 out? Which one would you get out? Really, it's much of a muchness. Well, what I'll do, I'll get this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That can't move 5 spots anyway because it's closed off there. So what I'd be inclined to do is to move this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. At least one checker is out of that quarter, and really the only way white can recapture is with a double 3. So that hasn't got much chance of getting hit there. So let's see what happens. Not a terribly good roll, but anyway. 3 and 2. Yeah, see, we're not getting terribly good rolls here, but in this particular case, white can hit with a 3 there, right? And move 2 spaces there. So that's not too bad, because he's just built some ammunition here. That's what I mean. It's much of a muchness. We move that checker there, but then with the next roll, white hits and moves on. So, you know, we didn't know that this was going to be the next roll for white. So built a bit of ammunition there for future anchoring of these points here, and forced black to come back here again. So that's not a bad roll for white. Double 5. Well, interesting. Black gets back here with a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That cannot move. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. I mean, what more? Double 5's not always the best roll. Double 5 seldom works for your favour. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We will go there. I'm not keen. I'm not keen on moving these 2 5 spots. You're not going to move those 2 5 spots there. You're burying 2 checkers. That's just useless. What I'm inclined to do, well, is to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Look, I'm going to do something unorthodox here. What I'm going to do is go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excuse me. If I leave that checker there and move that 5 spots there, that can get hit. So what I'll do, I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Unorthodox, but not too bad, because that extra checker there means there's one more extra opportunity here to prime some of these points here. So, or maybe to hit that one there and anchor. So, not too bad to put that checker there. Not too bad. 2 and 1. Well, I mean, see, yeah, 2 and 1 is really not your ideal roll of the dice. I mean, again, 2 and 1 seldom works for in your favour. What should we do with the 2 and a 1? Well, you could really. There's quite a few choices here, but that checker should really get out of there as soon as possible, because there's so many checkers built up here to hit an anchor. So that checker's really got to get out of there as soon as possible, which you can't do at the moment. I'm tempted to move this one here 2 spots here in case you can do hit and an anchor on that one, but look, that hasn't got much chance of getting hit. It can only get hit by a 6 and a 1 or a double 6. So yeah, what I'll do, I'll put 2 here and 1 there. I'm really trying to build up here to possibly hit and anchor that one. Possibly. Yeah, but I'm just having second thoughts about that too, to be honest. I'll just play that just to see. Let's just do that as an experiment. I'm not too keen on that, but 2 and a 1 is such an awkward roll. I mean, what you can't do a lot with it that's constructive. So let's see what happens. Well, now, see, there you go. That was a 2 and a 1. Sorry, that's the advantage of having put that checker there. That 2 and a 1 suddenly becomes a good roll, because remember, with double 5 we put that checker there, so we'll hit an anchor here. So 2 and a 1 is only a good roll if you've got spare checkers here to do a hit and an anchor. So white now, let's roll again. White now has to hope to roll something to, okay, double 3, okay, good. So there's 3 there. 2, 3, 1, 2. Yeah, see, white can move. Can't move that one. 1, 2, 3 can go there, but then can't move that one. 3 again. He's got to move 3 checkers, 3 more spots. I'm not sure if he moves those 3 checkers 3 spots to hit there, that will not be a good move at all. He's effectively semi-bearing those checkers there, so I'm definitely not going to do that. With the double 3, what I'd be inclined to do is to move this one 1, 2, 3, advance that checker and move 1, 2, 3 and prime off here. I was thinking of moving those 3 checkers 3 spots there, but it's really much of a muchness. Those checkers can move any time, so that would not have, this would have been a better move. To advance that checker there and anchor off here would have been a much better move. So white's just got a problem checker there, that's all. 6 and a 3. Now with a 6 and a 3, well, black would be smart to get that checker out. Black would be very smart to get that checker out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. With that 6 and 3, effectively, black has usurped the effectiveness of white's anchoring off here, because that checker is now out. So that was a very good roll for black. So it's now, let's see what black rolls here. 6 and 4, 6 and 4 here. It looks like a clear victory to black at this point. White's got to pull off a miracle. Oh dear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and a 1. White's really got to pull a rabbit out of his hat for this one. 6 and 2 for black. 6 and 2. White needs. White doesn't need a miracle. He needs 4 dice to roll with at this point. Really. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and still must play the 1. Yeah, this is a victory to black. This is a victory to black. 5 and a 2. It's a victory for black. I can't see white winning from this point onwards. 6 and 3 for white. 6 and 5 for black. Look, ordinarily at this point white would concede. White would concede at this point, really. Oops, sorry, that hit my hand. Well, yeah. See, but we will have to discuss this in another future video. That stage of the game where black took a risk and hit white here, white could only roll a 6 and a 1 or a 5 and a 2 to get back in and hit again. White rolled a 4 and a 2. Only if he had rolled a 5 and a 2, the game would have been different. That gamble paid off for black, because remember, black had 7 checkers on the board versus white's 5. Black was closer to his own quarter, but took that risk, and the gamble paid off with a convincing victory for black. So, you know, doing a hit and leaving a checker on its own near your own quarter is not something I would ordinarily recommend. It's a risk which I would rarely take, but on that particular occasion, we decided to take the risk, and the gamble paid off. So, you know, a kind of move that I would not ordinarily recommend is one that I would play in certain circumstances and kind of see what happens next if the risk is worthwhile. And in that case, the risk was worthwhile and it really paid off for black. As I said, we will analyze that particular stage again in a future video because it's definitely worth analyzing. Thanks for watching.